Hey, I'm Adam Post. This is the Morning Post. It's great to see you. It's a great morning. It's time for us to get into another great video. Before we do, let's go ahead and get into the comments below. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know what's up with you. I love reading comments. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. So this video is about Black Widow and her character, but also the amazing, beautiful actress who plays her, Scarlett Johansson. Black Widow is a really cool character. Black Widow was actually created back in 1964 by Stan Lee and scripter Don Rico and artist Don Heck. And she debuted in Tales of Suspense 52 back in 1964. That's not a new character. That's definitely an old character. She was introduced as a Russian spy and was an antagonist, meaning an enemy of the superhero Iron Man. She later defected to the United States, became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and a member of the superhero team, the Avengers. Very accomplished. Okay, Scarlett Johansson came into the character, beautiful Scarlett Johansson, in 2010 in Iron Man 2. And then went on in the Avengers. And so she's been a great character. She's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed her. Let's get into the story now. This is coming from Bounding Into Comics, which is a cool comics website. Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson expresses regret being hypersexualized. Blames a bunch of dudes. Dudes are always responsible for this kind of thing, aren't they? Why do dudes do things like this? They haven't done it to me yet. It can happen to you. It can happen at any time. Be ready. Okay, so let's go on with the story. So Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson joined fellow actress, I'm going to say it, okay? Awkwafina Lupita Nyong'o's, okay, Laura Dern, Jennifer Lopez, and Renee Zellweger, that one I can say, at the Hollywood Reporter's Oscar Actress Roundtable. I thought we weren't supposed to call them actresses anymore. I thought they were supposed to all be called actors. But maybe that changed. Okay, where she expressed regret at becoming typecast as hypersexualized. Hypersexualized. Not just sexualized, hypersexualized. Johansson answered a question from the Hollywood Reporter's Rebecca Ford. Ford asked, I'm curious how important for all of you to shift to what people expect of you based on your choices. What does that even mean? Johansson responds, it's so different now. The climate is, that's not my Johansson voice. What can I do? It's so different now. The climate is so different now. Okay. There are so many wonderful opportunities for women of every age to play all different types of roles, right? All different types of people, except when she tried to play a role as a trans woman and then she was bullied out of that role, right? Remember that? So she then recounts how she felt she got typecast when she was in her early 20s. I feel when I was working in my early 20s and even in my late teens and early 20s, okay, because teens happen before 20s, okay, I felt that I got somehow typecast. I was very hypersexualized. So her sexuality is what made her someone that they wanted to cast for a specific role because that's the identity of the character that they had in mind. For example, Black Widow, this is a cover of a comic book from 2005 by Bill Sienkiewicz, who is really great with his sexy women. This may be a little bit over the top for nowadays, even for then. It's kind of, Bill Sienkiewicz could paint anything, and Marvel would let him do probably just about anything, at least as far as I know, because he's such a legend in comic books. But boy, Bill was pushing the limits there, wasn't he? But yeah, they wanted a sexualized character. They wanted a sexy character. That's what the character was in the comics. So why not? Anyway, the Oscar winner would go on to say that at the time, it seemed okay because she needed the money, but it wasn't who she was. Well, she's not supposed to be who she is. She's supposed to be a character. You're acting, right? Isn't that what you do when you're acting? It's not like, well, hey, who are you? I don't know. I like to, go on boats and I like to sing songs and I'm kind of a crazy dancer, but I really like to talk about how I feel inside all the time. And my favorite color is red. Look, I'm sorry, you're not right for this role. We're not looking for a red liker. We're looking for someone that really likes the color blue. Like, no, you modify yourself to the character. Is this new? Okay. As she said, I guess at the time, It seemed okay to everyone. It was another time, the past. Even though it wasn't part of my own narrative, okay? It, it was kind of crafted for me, probably by a bunch of dudes in the industry. And I guess that worked then. It was really difficult for me to try to figure out how to get out of being, oh my God, an infagnué, all right, or other woman, because I was never anything that I had intended. Well, you go in as an actor, and then the people who make a percentage off your life and your livelihood are managers, agents, producers, studios. They're trying to figure out as an actor how they can make money off of what you're presenting to them. So they take the package and they sell it. That's their job. So yeah, whether it's dudes, women, or whatever genders people might want to be, yeah, they're going to do that. That's normal for them to do. So Johansson even detailed she thought of looking for a different job in the film industry. I remember thinking at the time, maybe I need a different job in this industry. That's sort of be more fulfilling because there seemed be, come on, bounding into comics, please. All right, I assume she said there seemed to be nowhere to go. This all changed as the star got the opportunity to star in the Broadway production of Arthur Miller's A View from the Bridge, classic play, back in 2009. After Backlash, Scarlett Johansson drops out of Rug and Tug. That was the movie where she was supposed to be a trans woman and they wouldn't allow her to do it. But they being not the studio, not the public, just a small group of people that thought that she can't play different genders. It's a long story and not that interesting. Okay, the experience not only garnered her a Tony Award for her performance, but it would be the catalyst she needed to change how she thought of her career. She said, hopefully, it totally reset my whole way of thinking about how I could work and the different kind of opportunities that could be available to me. It's amazing how theater is limitless. Even though it was terrifying, it felt, because it's live action and there's a lot of people watching you, right? That is scary. You can't redo things in theater, be it in a play. It was liberating because I actually felt like every night I had the opportunity to change the narrative. Well, she did not have the opportunity to change the narrative. The producer of a play is not going to allow you to be different characters, but you can interpret it differently and you can express yourself differently. You can watch Scarlett Johansson in Black Widow, which will be released May 2020. She's got her own film coming out, which is good for her. Johansson also appears as Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit and Noah Baumbach's Marriage Story film. What do you make of her comments? Well, I don't, it's interesting. What do you make of her comments? What do you think? Put in the comments below. I think that, she was amazing as Black Widow. Was she hyper-sexualized before Black Widow? If she was, I guess I missed it. This interrogation scene was great. She's beautiful. She's tied up. You think these men have control of her, but they don't. Men love strong female characters. We think it's freaking awesome. She was undercover, but the Avengers needed her, so she didn't have time to screw around with them and get information that she was there originally to get. So basically, she just has to go ahead and kick their asses because she doesn't have time to stay. Now, that is a really powerful woman. That is what we like to teach. She's sexy. Women like this. Men like this. Not a damn thing wrong with it. Of course, she gets away. She kicks butt, and that's the Black Widow that we know and love. Black Widow also has tons of fight scenes where she's looking sexy and powerful and interesting. She's using weapons. She gets a lot of screen time, and this is why they're making a movie about her. She's a freaking action hero. Nothing wrong with that. Beautiful, powerful action hero. Men are going to want to see her. Women are going to want to see her. Her movie in 2020 is going to do great. Unless they went broke, they're going to go woke and go broke with that movie. That'll freaking ruin it. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. She has potential. She also inspires. This is the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Is that a little bit much? It is a little bit much. Bill, you're going to have to think twice next time. A little bit more responsible. You don't have to make it, that. Looks like Mark Beecham was a phenomenal painter as well. She even inspired, beautiful young women to express themselves as a Black Widow, right? This is coming from Best in Comic Books. These are cosplay actors that went through all this trouble to look beautiful, express themselves as Black Widow. They felt empowered by Black Widow, and that's fantastic. Look at this healthy young woman. I mean, this is a good thing. This is what we want, more of this in the world, where people are inspired by real life characters, by characters, and then in real life, act out what they see. Some of these costumes, God knows how expensive they were to make. And then these guys go and they sign autographs and they have their own little celebrity doing this stuff. So maybe they're doing it to make money, but obviously they're also doing it to be creative and really express themselves. I wouldn't take this away from women. I think women have the right to express themselves the way they want to express themselves. I don't like social justice nonsense, really. To me, it's nonsense. Maybe not to you. Put in the comments below what you think. I don't like the idea of women being told, like, no, you can't be beautiful, you can't be sexy, because there are some women that don't choose to put in the work, frankly, because you're not just only born with it. So it takes a lot of work to look like this, So why would we tell women, like, no, you can't go to the effort to do this? It's a fantasy for them, and it's a fantasy for other people that find them beautiful. What a great creative art for them to express themselves this way. So put in the comments below. I'll put the link to this in case you want this for reference purposes, and make sure you get a chance to see it. I'll also add the link for the article from Bounding into Comics. Go ahead. I love having you watch these videos with me. I love doing these videos for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Comment for me about this. I really want to know what your thoughts are on it. And again, I'm going to see you real soon with another great one. If I don't see you soon, I'm going to miss you.